Welcome back. November 1st, National Calzone Day. Love a calzone. Actually, one of my favorite things. I remember when we did a show a couple months back, it was Eat Whatever You Want Day. So I kind of treated it like, if I had one last meal, what would I want? And I chose, if you remember, if you followed along and you watched, I chose a slice of pizza and a calzone from Pizza Town, USA in Elmwood Park, New Jersey. Best calzone ever. Why? Because they still deep fry their calzones. Everybody else bakes them, which is what we're going to do today, is bake ours, because I don't feel like getting out the whole spiel of hot oil and everything else and deep frying it. Maybe one of these days I'll do it, but theirs is so good, I'd rather just go there and get it myself and not have to make it. Alrighty, but we're going to do a pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, cheese calzone today. Okay, so what we got to do first, a calzone is basically a pizza folded in half with no sauce. The sauce goes on the outside if you want it to dip. I'm not a sauce guy. I'd rather just enjoy the flavors of all the stuff inside of it. So you can put whatever you want. There's vegetable ones and just cheese and ham and cheese and whatever you want in it. So we're going to do this kind of spicy Italian with some mozzarella cheese and some ricotta cheese in it. I'm also using a store-bought pizza crust. It comes on this great parchment paper. I've used this before. I highly recommend this brand. I don't usually do the promotional here, use this brand thing, but this brand of pizza dough is awesome. Again, because like I said, one, they come in a couple variations. You can get a regular crust, you can get a square one, a round one. There's a bunch of different ones, and it comes rolled on parchment paper, so it's so easy to just fix your thing, slide it onto your pizza stone or cookie sheet. I have a pizza stone, so that's what I'm going to use. And then just bake it. So it's great, okay? I'm preheating my oven, 375, get that going right away. What I want to do first, though, is cook. I have about 3 links of sausage, sweet Italian sausage. I took it out of the casing, and some pepperoni, okay? And I just want to put these 2 in here and cook these up. Now, the reason why you don't have to cook your pepperoni first, the sausage you do, obviously, but not the pepperoni. But the reason why I'm doing that is because pepperoni, for those of you that have never cooked pepperoni, gives off a lot of grease. I mean, a lot of grease. So I'm going to cook all this down, and then I'm going to kind of strain it on a paper towel just to soak up as much of the grease. Only because once I roll it and I'm baking this, I don't want all that oil and grease inside my calzone. I want the flavor, but I don't want all of that. Okay, so I'm just going to brown all of this, and we'll be back in a minute. So I cooked my sausage and pepperoni, and like I said, put it on some paper towel just to drain a lot of that grease out of there. Same pan, I'm going to put my mushrooms, okay? You don't really got to chop them up. If you want to chop it into smaller pieces, you can. There's only a little bit of the grease left in here. Okay, you can add a little bit of butter to this, which I think I will. Just get a little shot of butter there. And just cook your mushrooms till they're all the way cooked. Now, again, with these kind of things, you are baking this whole thing. Some people just like to put all the ingredients, like the mushrooms, right in there and let them cook inside. You can do that if you want. I like all my stuff cooked through, and then it'll make a nice mix all together with the mushrooms and the sausage and the pepperoni, the cheeses. It'll make a nice, really good filling for that. Okay? So I'm just going to saute these until they're wilted down. You know mushrooms, you put a lot of them in a pan and you got this much when they're done. Alrighty, so we'll be back when those are done, and then we'll start assembling. Oven's going and we're ready to eat, man. I'm hungry today. Okay, so let's finish this calzone and get her in the oven. My pizza stone just came out. It's nice and hot. Here's my pizza dough. Now, I sauteed my mushrooms, and when I did, in the same pan with the pepperoni and the sausage, I poured a little bit of Marsala wine, because Marsala and mushrooms go beautifully together, just to deglaze my pan and get all the nice flavorful bits off the bottom of my pan, okay? So, let's start building this thing. I'm going to take my ricotta cheese, okay, and we're just going to spread this on half, because a calzone, you're just going to fold it over, okay? So on the bottom here of half of this pizza dough, not all the way to the edge, leave a little bit of a lip there, I'm going to put my cheese. I'll put a little bit of mozzarella, just to kind of act as a glue there, okay? And I'm going to use my hand. This is cooled down. I'm going to sprinkle my pepperoni and sausage along the top of that, okay? And then I'm going to put my mushrooms on the top of that. Okay, so you got this beautiful big mound of stuff here. And whatever you don't finish, you can save for another dish later. I could make some pasta and just throw this rest of this stuff on the pasta. You know what though, I'm thinking? It needs more cheese. So I'm going to put the cheese on the other half of this as well. Because that's going to fold over, so now I'll have cheese on the top and the bottom. I hope it's not cheese overload, that it busts out my calzone here, okay? And then I'm just going to put more mozzarella on the top of that. Kind of press that down. And now I'm going to fold this over and make a half moon shape kind of thing, okay? And we want to make sure we really pinch this together. There it is. Let me get that right onto my pizza stone there. I'm just going to cut that paper off. We're going to put this into our 375 oven, 20 to 30 minutes. Keep your eye on it. I might have to make some vents in it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm just going to brush the top of this with a little bit of olive oil, just so it really crisps up. Now what I did was I pinched the ends together and then folded them over and crimped them again, just to make sure that this doesn't open up while it's baking. Okay, I could even put a slit in the top, just one, just to kind of give it a chance to vent if it needs to. I'm just going to finish this off with a little Italian seasoning on the top. Looks like I'm out of Italian seasoning. I forgot I have this pizza seasoning from King Arthur flour that I'm just going to sprinkle on the top of this, okay? That'll give it a nice little pizza kind of flavor there, okay? There's our beautiful calzone. Look at that. It's been resting for a little bit. Let's cut a nice piece of this off. Take a look at our filling. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Let's give this thing a try. Then we're going to sit down and eat it. I just want to get through the tasting real quick. Oh. Great flavor. You get the spiciness of the pepperoni and the sausage. But the mushrooms done with that marsala wine really gave them a nice flavor. And there's a good amount of cheese. I don't know. I thought there'd be more. I thought it'd be cheesier than that, but maybe as I eat it and get more into it, I'll find more pockets of the cheese. But delicious. Again, if you're a sauce person, I'm not really a sauce person. You could put some tomato sauce on this, would be great. I might just take some more ricotta cheese and just kind of spread that on it. I don't know. Haven't decided. But it's Calzone Day, everybody. If you can't get to Pizza Town USA and get one of their deep fried ones, make it yourself. Or I guess go to any pizzeria and get one. Alrighty, see you tomorrow, everybody.